Well, welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. The pseudo-certainty effect is defined by Wikipedia as a tendency to make risk-averse choices if the expected outcome is positive, but make risk-seeking choices to avoid negative outcomes. As a startup finds success, the founder becomes more risk-averse because there's something at stake that can be lost. For startups that are flailing, risk-taking becomes the norm for all projects. To overcome the pseudo-certainty effect, consider the following. Maintain awareness of the pseudo-certainty effect and how it can shift your risk-taking based on the current status of the startup. Probability assessment is not a natural skill most people have. It's best to analyze the outcome for a proposed project by looking at other startups and their track record with projects, such as generating leads and closing sales. Assess the probability of the outcome based on actual evidence. Take calculated risks that don't put your startup in danger of going out of business. Avoid the go-for-broke plan unless you have solid evidence that it will work. If things are going well, then know you can take more risk. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start something today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.